Hey everyone, um, more inspiration is hitting me. I'm just been going through the logging stuff, continuing on from the last episode. I'm gonna specifically call these things episodes because I'm building it just as much as I'm trying to teach it at the same time and learn it myself. So as we already knew, version has to be given, disable existing loggers defaults to true and just turns off all logs, so you switch it to false. Um, Technically doesn't change affect the root logger, but it does affect all of UVcorn's loggers. Um, so here I was just checking on the format, and that led me down a lovely rabbit hole of logging to see what formats are available, right? So for that, first things first, you want to check that in logging log records. There you go. Log record attributes is where all this stuff is listed, the format and stuff. So this essentially goes by the old school F string formatting, I think is what it's called, or printf maybe. But basically, this is how you'd inject data into a string to create the string literal back in the day. And then apparently there's something called string templates, which I didn't know about, but there's also the one I'm most commonly familiar about is just regular string format method, where you just put the curly braces and you can just do, it's still print f technically, but the f is inside, and it's like you can just inject it in directly that way, or you can use this and then do dot format, and that gives you the string. Gotta be careful with this though, because it affects the string directly. So if you're trying to create this as a factory, if you want this to be reproducible, you'd kind of want to use it as a factory method, like create a factory get string or something like that, or if it's within a within a class, you can create a separate function that returns, its only job is to return the string literal, something like that. But so I'm just gonna move this a little bit down. See here, oh, where did it go? I think it's, yeah. So here you have all the options, and it's very detailed, like what the level is. You can go function names, the line number on when it broke, the module where it broke, milliseconds portion of the time when the log record was created, and just insane process ID if available, or thread ID if available. Like it's pretty intense, which is pretty cool actually. And so I started with that, and I started copying from the previous YAML I had that I showcased to you guys over here. Why is this over here? I'm just gonna swap that back. This one over here, I was like, okay, I'm starting to understand the structure of this thing, right? It's because it's meant to initiate and do things in the most detailed way possible. So just a simple thing of passing in the level wasn't working. But what is possible is just passing things into basic config, you know? So like with the format thing, what I realized is I was doing it this way, and as I was looking on the here, dictionary schema details for login config dict config, right? I was just like reading this, and I see format, date format, style, right? I get format and date format. Format's literally the format, the one that I showed you. So like here, for example, you can see it's like the date hyphen the level name hyphen the name of the logger colon space the message. So that's what I have set up here. ASCII time, level name, name, message. And it's separated exactly how it is. So that's what the format is. And I wanted it like this, and I was doing this, and then I was just like, what is style, right? So I just kind of looked that up, and that led me to this. Also, I looked up the date format, like specifics, how you could do it yourself. But then honestly, I'm super happy with the default, which is over here somewhere. Nope. Over here. Nope. I have date format. Ah, there you go. Here. In the format time. It's basically year, month, day, space, hour, minute, second, comma, you, like so. 3 levels down. Past that. Anyways, so I wanted to understand what style was about, and then when I looked up style, because I thought it was like maybe CSS or something, it was just weird. And that's when I found out about this over here. So basically, most of how I figured this out is just going to the formatter object and checking the data on the formatter object and just following links from there. Where is it? Style. That could have sort of sounded. You know what? I'm just gonna do that live right now. So that's this one. Formatter object. There you go, right there. Fine. I must have gone by it multiple times. So can be you want to percent this or this. Open curly brace or dollars. Which is basically, is it ASCII like the printf style formatting, the string format, or the string template? So I didn't even know about string templates. Apparently that's a thing, but I just like this the most, and so just to test it out, I literally just punched it in right here, and here, and I set the format here, and it worked. So yeah. Moving on from that, I'm gonna set the style here as well. Let me see if I can. Nope, that is. Oops. Not valid, so we're just gonna wrap it in quotes. So I just wrap it in quotes whenever it gives me a red. I'm not sure if this YAML is what is compatible with. You know what? I have an idea. We do this and we pull basic config. Just gonna comment these two out. Let's go format. No. Format and style I set up in login config. Let's see if this has an effect. Oh. Logging debug. Oh crap. Watch files main. Application startup complete. Application started. Let's actually pump this back up to info. Oh boy. I don't know what's happening over here. Yes, something about hot reload and logging doesn't work very nice with each other. So application startup complete. What is going on over here? Is my server stuck or something? Started a reloader process. What is going on? Let me check with Yak. See if I can hit. Yeah, I can hit the endpoint, no problem. I think it's just like scrolling. I don't know. Because it's hitting the thing. But for some reason, I don't see the application started logger warning. Oh, warning root application started. I'm blind. Okay. You know what? That's something I'm gonna add to the format. So it is picking up the formatting. Info root, that was close. Is it? Time, level name, message. Time, no time here. It's not picking up my formatter. I think it's because it's a specific format. Sorry, it's a specific formatter, and I don't think basic config is set up to take up a formatter. Okay, no worries. We'll just continue on doing what we were doing earlier. We'll set up a handler. So let's look up the dictionary schema for handler. There's also filters. I didn't quite understand filters. Filters, the corresponding value will be a dict in which each key. You know what? Actually talking it out loud is making this more difficult. So I think that's just going to be the end of this episode, episode 3. It's kind of a nothing burger episode. That was going to be the name, I guess. See you guys.